welcome back to another video. So today is gonna be the first video in my tiny kitchen, and I think I'm gonna call this series just like my tiny kitchen because Derek thought it was a cute name, and yeah. Santa Dewey, you look so cute. Can I have a kiss? Or do you hate me right now? Come on, give me one kiss. No? Okay. But these videos will be like cooking with me in the kitchen, not those short recipe videos that I kind of just edit and they're like a minute long. So these videos I'll actually be showing you guys how to cook whatever I'm cooking in the kitchen, and today we're going to be cooking a Caesar/Cobb salad for Christmas that is going to be totally SOS free. So if you are on my weight loss plan, lean and clean for the holidays, and you don't want to totally screw everything up with a bunch of junk food and Christmas treats and whatever your family's cooking, you can bring these recipes to your holiday gatherings and share them with other people. But always feel free to just add like a little bit of salt into these meals if you want. And just remember that what you eat 10% of the time isn't going to screw up your weight loss or anything like that. It's what you're doing 90% of the time. So I just wanted to give you guys that little piece of encouragement. All right, so for this salad, there is like a tiny bit of prep work that we have to do. What we're gonna be making in advance, which we need to cool in the fridge for like 20 or 30 minutes. Quinoa, kale. It's supposed to resemble like bread because this is going to be like a holiday Caesar/Cobb salad. So all we need to do to make this is we're gonna take 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water and pour it into a dish. Bring that up to a boil, and then we're going to be adding in 3 or 4 cups of kale and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. So you're gonna wanna just stir this around a couple times during the cooking process, and just to keep it well incorporated. And at the end, you will have this nice kind of like breadcrumby kale quinoa mix. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna throw together our salad. So I just have some spring greens here. I have 2 heads of romaine, about 4 of these little Champari tomatoes. I think that's what they're called. And then I have half a cucumber and some onions. So we're just gonna put all of this in a huge bowl, and then at the end we'll add in our quinoa breadcrumb mixture. So I just like to chop my greens like super fine. And I really like, when I make salads recently, I really like to make them with a bunch of different greens. So I'll have like spring greens in there, and then I'll have some romaine, and then some like sauteed kale. I'm not like super big on eating raw kale. It just, to me, it tastes really, really better. So I always just saute it in like some type of a grain, which is why I made the breadcrumb mixture. So we're just gonna throw all this in here. One of the nice things since we've been living in the tiny house is that now we have like a huge compost bin. So instead of like just throwing stuff away, which we didn't have any access to like compost or recycling when we lived in our apartment complex, and it drove me absolutely insane. It's just really nice to have like a compost bin that you know that you're gonna be able to use that for something worthwhile in the future. Like I did plant all of those plants that you guys saw in one of my vlogs, but the huge desert bunnies came around and ate them all. So all my plants are dead, but that's okay. So now we're just gonna make the dressing for this. I've actually never made this dressing before, but I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty good. Also, for this entire like Christmas series, I'm gonna be doing like one big blog post. So if you guys are subscribed to our email list, you'll get that when it comes out, but it'll basically just have all the ingredients and recipes written out for you guys. I just really wanted to get these videos out earlier because I want to give you guys ideas for the holidays. So we have coming up next, what I'm going to be making is some pumpkin pie, like mini pumpkin pies. I'm going to be making some creamy mashed potatoes and a lentil loaf. And I think that's all that I'm making. Yeah. So I also had another recipe go up on our blog today, which is this like Orzo roasted vegetable salad. So check that out. I'll leave the link to that below. So we're gonna need about, say about half a cup of water, and we're gonna be using hemp seeds for this, but you could also use like cashews if you don't have hemp seeds on hand. So this is gonna kind of be like a creamy, garlicky Caesar type dressing. I'm not, like I said, exactly sure how it's gonna turn out because I've never made it before, but I think it's gonna be good. So we're gonna need half a cup of hemp seeds, and then we're going to use a teaspoon of garlic powder. We have a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then of course we have to add nutritional yeast to give it that like cheesy flavor. So probably like 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and then just a tiny bit, like half a teaspoon of mustard. So I'm just gonna add in probably 1/4 of a cup of water and see how this turns out. But actually, I'll just add all of it. The thing with dressings is a lot of times people make them and then they're like, oh, you know, it's like really thick, I can't get it out of my blender, or it's too thin. Usually I try to make dressings a little bit thinner because once you put them in the fridge and they cool, they probably double in thickness. So I like to just make them and then throw it in the fridge and then just have it on hand because I don't like this salad will probably last me a couple of days, and if I put dressing all over it and mix it up and put it in the fridge, the greens are gonna get really soft and they're not gonna taste very good. I'll just take the amount of salad that I wanna eat for a meal and then add the dressing to it. So I'm just going to blend this up. But like I said, if you make them a little bit thinner, then it's so much easier to get out of the blender. Smells so good. It is really thin, so I might add some more hemp seeds to it. The flavor is on point though. That's really good. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this is like very thin and liquidy. So when you're working with nuts or hemp seeds in a dressing, even tahini or like cashew butter or something, a general rule to follow is if you use half a cup of hemp seeds, use half a cup of water, and you're probably usually gonna get a really good consistency, like a thick, creamy dressing consistency. If you add more water, then you're going to obviously get a more watery one, and you add less water, you're gonna get more of like a paste or nut butter. So I just added about another 1/8 of a cup of hemp seeds. I'm just gonna blend it again. So what I'm gonna actually do, it's really good though, is I'm just gonna throw this in the fridge because I'm not actually gonna eat this right now. We're gonna eat it for dinner. And I'll show you guys how it thickens when we're ready to eat, and then we'll have D-Man here to do the official taste test. You excited about this?
Oh yeah, eating all these vegetables that I don't normally eat.
You like vegetables?
I love vegetables, I just don't eat enough of them.
So we got D-Man here for the official taste test. I know you guys don't believe me that stuff tastes good unless Derek tries it, so. It's like a, you don't even know what this is. It's like a Caesar Cobb Christmas salad.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
That's good, huh?
Yeah.
Like the quinoa?
I do like the quinoa. The dressing is really good.
Does it taste like ranch or Caesar?
I'd say a little bit more like Caesar.
What is it on a scale from 1 to 10? Like for a salad. Like
For salad, I'd give it like a solid 8.
Okay. There's more salt in it, you'd like it more. I like it. Inspired. Salad kiss. And put some avocado on it for dinner. Then it'll be like
Probably a 9.
a 9. Once it adds avocado. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my tiny kitchen. Peace.